scenario. I think that was clean League of Legends from the side of XL. And right now I am again worried because XL have gotten a bunch of the champions that they really like to play. Zamilek on his Varus has 1v9 plenty of times with this champion earlier in the regular split. Dan has got his Hecarim. Imagine the Ahri plus Hecarim setup after level 6, how they can dive into the backline, how they can reach members from the side of Riddle.
30 seconds.
But here it comes. MC on AP junglers, none other than his Rumble. And why I really like how MC pairs up with SlowQ is because SlowQ has a bunch of AD champions in his champion pool, from the Yasuos to the Yones to the Aurelias to the Cup. Everything you want him to play mid AD, he will play it, which complements MC's AP champion pool really, really well.
Yeah, no, this is one of the greatest things is when you have someone capable of playing these AD mids, it really enables the jungler just to be able to flex around their pool. And, you know, we hit on how in the last game, how MC's champ pool was fairly slim. So having the ability to, you know, have things like this Rumble and then knowing that, you know, you're not going to kind of handicap yourself by taking an AP mid laner. I really like this, actually.
Talking about handicapping yourself, Rumble is a champion that doesn't necessarily have any setup to provide any lanes. He's like an AP Graves. He walks into your lane and tries to put down as much damage as possible until someone dies. Now look at every single lane from the side of Riddle. Top lane, you've got setup because you've got the Shen. You've got the taunt, you've got the flash taunt, you've got the Aurelia, she's also got a stun. You look both side of the map, you've got a Nautilus, you've got so much CC, so much setup on every single lane that MC can actually pick and choose wherever he wants to go and who you want to punish. Now, if we're looking from the perspective of Riddle, I definitely want to punish MNS before level 6, because after level 6, it's really hard to catch the Fox with the 3 dashes that she does get. So maybe we could be looking for like a full clear into a back, into maybe a mid lane dive, because early on, Ahri will push into you because it's the melee versus ranged matchup. So Aurelia is going to suffer a little bit.
Kex just gets that level 2, gets the lovely trade off there with the taunt into the Q damage, and Christ can't really do much about that, but just kind of eat that trade, but has now hit level 2 themselves. As SlowQ actually finds the stun off onto MNS, doesn't actually commit. That was very slick by SlowQ. Gets the passive charged up as well, and this is on those points where...
That's how I play Katarina as well, by the way.
What, just aggressive?
No, just really sleek.
Oh, okay. You sure about that?
Go on.
No, So, what we do see, though, MNS obviously did have the lane shove early, but now SlowQ should be, at this point, pretty comfortable to be able to contest the waves. Obviously, you know, when the waves set up in a nice way where you can dodge out on the skill shots in the RE, it does mean that you can kind of trade on your terms, as we saw there from SlowQ, but you eat a charm, you eat a bad trade, and suddenly this lane gets a little bit dicey as... There you go, SlowQ goes for the flawless duet, misses out and has to step
That's where
away.
it becomes a little bit difficult for SlowQ right here, because you're in a very vulnerable situation. You've shoved in an entire wave, you're melee, you're very immobile in the early stages of the game. You can't necessarily push too hard, which what he does is he's trying to scout for Dan. He sees that the bot lane Scuttle Crab has not been taken, so now he knows exactly where the Hecarim started from and where he's going to end up. He's actually going to get spotted here, which is something that XL have been doing to MC since game 1. They've always been putting down the vision early on to try and find where MC is going to be pathing. Same thing, if you look at his rates, there is a ward down that actually spotted that he ended up on the top side of the map, and now he's had the reset going back onto the map. So he's technically a step ahead of the Hecarim, but Hecarim doesn't necessarily have to rush anything. For Hecarim, you're looking at the level 6 to pop down your Ghost, to pop down your E, and try to reach the backline together with the Fear. For MC, it's very important to have your quick back, grab a little bit more of AP into your inventory, and maybe try to play for one of these setup lanes. Right here, level 4 for MNS, very low mana, shoving in the wave. It could be a potential for an all-in. And MC is sort of wrapping around. He's going to his Gromp, and again, beautiful ward by the XL bot lane is going to spot him for another time.
Having this read on MC is so crucial because, like you said, you need the setup to make the Rumble ganks work. And, you know, you can't just... It's not like any normal jungler or any jungler that has their own kind of built-in ability to close gaps or find crowd control. It's all about being able to, you know, be set up. You can't just walk in. And having the vision and knowing where MC is on the map means whoever he's around, they can just step back and go, okay, there's nothing he can do. And MC... I believe...
that is the perfect timing right here, because the wave is pushing for MNS. He's level 5, doesn't have the dash available, so if SlowQ lands a stun...
Oh, he does. He's jumping in. SlowQ hasn't got the mana to work with, and MNS gets charmed, flashes away to safety. His top laner is coming down, though, and Riddle Trying to find a little bit more damage. He lands it. He finds first blood. MC able to find the kill onto MNES. I thought he was out for a brief moment there, but he wasn't.
Very well done. What did we say? You have to punish MNS before he hits level 6 on the Ari, before he has all the dashes available to him. Really great punish right there. They catch MNS on the transition, trying to crush 2 waves underneath slow Q's tower so he can keep him occupied, so he can have a free back. But that is not the case. And remember, MNS also playing Ignite, doesn't have teleport, which means he's not going to instantly be back in lane. Doesn't lose much because solo Q TP's back into lane and is able to push in the wave. But there's 1 kill for MC's Rumble, and that is also 1 stack on his Dark Harvest. Now he's heading towards the top side of the map, where Kreis is the suspect under ganky potential here.
Kreis does have the flash and the hook shot, so it's a little bit harder, especially when you don't have that carpet to work with. The Keck's now got level 6. That's something we do need to keep our eyes on, because that Stan United could be very, very scary to turn a fight around. As just going for a light trade onto Kreis is actually going to be able to block out the second part of the queue with the Shroud. Lovely stuff for him.
Look at that yet again, though. Kiki's first on the map, the first to reset from the side of the bot lane. So he is shadowing Dan around the map towards the top side of the map. Again, MC, I feel like, especially when he's playing his AP junglers, his bread and butter champions, he's so quick to act inside the jungle. It's like they're the extension of his hand. Whenever he's playing middle lane, whenever he's playing the Rumble, you see that he'll put down the ganks without falling behind in momentum, without falling behind in farm, and that is exactly the case right here. He's ahead of the Hecarim, he's put down a gank.
Oh, they landed it! They've got everything they need as well. Kex is going to get bot back, but they can pin him in place with the Hextech Ultimatum if need be. They're going to hold those spells, though, as he flashes away to safety. Kex gets out. The Hextech Ultimatum wasn't pulled. Oh, Kex survives.
He played this so beautifully because he knew Kreis had no mana to use it. And
hold on.
Bot lane.
Yeah, he has the equalizer. He's going to put it down. The carpet's on everyone. They're trying to pin him in place, unable to do so. Fedigan doesn't have it, but they get the taunt off. Not going to be able to find it. The flash, the arrow, the damage from Zamulek comes in. An absolute chad of a play. Trading 1-for-1. Zamulek.
So you have to translate this into something, because Kreis is getting free pressure up the top side of the map. He's getting free play towards the top side of the map. Zamulek manages to trade 1-for-1 in a 4 versus 2 situation down the bot lane for XL. Really, really well played by the XL AD carry right there. Pulls forward for one last auto, procs the Q as well. Beautiful stuff right there from Zamulek. So right now, I think Riddle need to transition that into a tar plating, at least in the bot side of the map, and a dragon for it to be worth Kex burning his ultimate down the bot side of the map. As you can see, the dragon is still standing.
Yeah.
It did not go down, and there's 2 tire platings missing from the top lane tower, which means while everybody was busy trading 1-for-1 in a 4 versus 2 in favor of Riddle, Kreis was actually feeding his Camille.
Yes, and that's a scary fact. That's a scary thing to think about, although Shen is a champion who can somewhat deal with her as we move later in. Just if you're on it with the W and you can block the second half of the Q, then obviously it does help with those trades, but I wouldn't say it's a lane that you ever particularly win as you get later into the game. You can just stem the bleeding and hope the rest of your team can find something else.
Okay, this is a little bit problematic for Riddle, and again, they're quite late to the play. So they transitioned Fatichan in the top side of the map, but Nukes is hanging around the mid side of the map. That means that Fatichan cannot touch that wave towards the top side of the map, so he's missing out on XP, he's missing out on gold until the wave is pushed towards him. And because Kex had to burn early his TP to get back to lane because he got ganked, and his ultimate to get down bot lane to save that bot lane fight, he doesn't have anything to actually enter that fight. Zamulek all along down bot lane, he does have the ultimate available, which means if Kex oversteps, he could get stuck in those chains.
Well, the equalizer goes down, the chains land, and that should be Zamulek out of there. Gets the Q up. See if he hits it. Ooh, no. MC's able to dodge away, but now XL, they're looking to dive. They've got the ability to go for this. Dan can just go in for a big old fear. Hook shot, pinned in place, knocked up. Fatty Chan can't do anything, and Nukes is all on his lonesome as he'll be taken down. Kreis finds the kill. The charge out by Dan. And Slowkey just a little bit too slow to the play, and now MNES is in the area. Kex, though, getting a lot of damage put into him. If Zamulek can get an empowered Q off, Kex might go down, but is able to dash away.
It's just all very confusing because while this is going down, Riddle think that Excel is probably going to go for the Dragon because they won the bot lane fight, but this is not the case. Actually, Excel go towards the top side of the map, they take the Herald and they dive Riddle's bot lane. And again, you definitely, if you want to swap them, you probably definitely want to put them around the Rift Herald. That's if you are actually contesting it. Now the top lane is stuck on the top side of the map, and there's a very angry Hecarim, level 7 on Dan, dives in with the E first. Of course, Jin is the one that's going to go down first, and then very well played by Kryze, drops the aggro right there. Dan also has the ultimate to get out when he gets the aggro. Very, very, very well played dive between 3 members to kill both the bot lanes from Riddle.
That was actually very well played by Dan to hold the ult, because I feel like most people would just see that as a perfect time to Hecarim ult, get the fear off onto them all. But he goes, nope, I'm going to hold that until it's absolutely crucial. MNES looking for nukes, but finds himself hooked up and toasted. Oh. That's one dead Foxy as they're able to lock down on to Kikis. He's trying to jump away, but the curtain has been called and Slowq has his number. Stolen away with the Blade Surge is now Dan. Not in particularly the greatest position. He's trying to get to his AD carry to keep him alive. Hasn't got the Onslaught of Shadows available yet. And Zamulek should just be able to move out from this one. Although dodging out is going to get hit, going to get knocked in place. The chains are not even going to do anything for him. Oh, that's just an easy kill.
So disgusting to play against Nautilus Rumble because we mentioned how Rumble doesn't have any tools to pin you down in place, even though he does so much damage. And right now he's 4 kills in. He's almost got his rocket belt available to him as well. But nukes with the Q, the passive, the ultimate, the slow. He has so much crowd control in his kit as a Nautilus that he can keep people pinned down without even having to use the ultimate. We saw what happened to Eminence, he melted away. We saw what happened to Zamulek, melted away. There is so many stacks of Dark Harvest that are going to the side of MC, and especially when he actually completes his rocket belt here, he's going to be hurting so bad.
And we're going to see Dan just throw the Herald down here in the mid lane. MNES should be able to get a plate or 2. Teleport coming in from Slowq. Just accepting, but this tower's probably gonzo. Kikis off in the walls, off in the shadows, let's say.
It's birds.
It's birds. Trying to find a kill on. They get Slowq. Slowq jumps forward, gets exhausted. Nukes eats into the wall with the hook, and Slowq able to just about dodge out, but MNES now charging away as the death charge lands onto him. Kikis eats the hook, and MC is making his way forward. The carpet has been laid down, and MNES is cooked. Slowq able to find the kills. He's resetting through the minions, can't find the snare, can't find the lockdown, and Riddle just find a nice punish onto the mid laner for XL. 3 deaths for MNES.
Riddle is chaining their CC so beautifully. They allow one to run out, then they put another one on top, then they wait for that to run out, then they put another one on top, so nobody escapes the red carpet from MC. And now they're having their side. Zamulek, Rocket Bolt is available to reach. Curtain has been called.
He is in so much trouble. He's dodged 1, but he's dodged 2. He can't dodge the 3rd. And Fahijan able to find the kill, but he did a lot to MC. That was closer than maybe it needed to be.
It was a valiant try. MC did not want to get close enough to the tower to get stunned, rooted underneath the tower with the Chain of Corruption. That's why they allowed Fatichan to throw away the bullets first. But now Kex might be in trouble. He has the flash.
He has got
ultimate is down.
Gets away for the moment. It's like you said, holding that flash, able to flash out. Kryze is slowed. Kryze can't chase. Kex just about gets out from that one. No Onslaught of Shadows, although Kex just have to be a little careful because
MC speed running in top. Kryze does not have any mana available to him. They cannot continue with this dive because they know Riddle is back up on the map. And I'll take one point that you mentioned. MNS has died 3 times.
Yeah.
In game 1, we mentioned how life is easy as a jungler when your mid laner is solo bowling everyone, when he has permanent priority, when he has permanent push, when he's the first one to move into a fight or into an invade. This is absolutely not the case. We mentioned at the start of this game that if they shut down MNS pre-level 6, if they manage to kill him pre-level 6, it's going to be smooth sailing for the side of Riddle. MC, Slowq, punished MNS pre-level 6. MNS has not recovered from this gang, and now it's all up to Riddle to actually play the macro.
So we're approaching that 15-minute mark. I'm not getting the ability to speak because Kikis has been caught, has to burn the ultimate, which is really bad because if you look at the top left of your screen, there is a dragon spawning in 22 seconds, and the items already in favor of Riddle. You've got the Blade of the Ruin King on Slowq, you've got the Gale Force onto Fatikan, you've got the Proto Belt onto MC. the carries don't have anything. MNES hasn't finished up the Luden's Echo. The Duskblade hasn't been finished up for Zamulek. And Riddle just... They're going to be able to pick this one up for free because XL, they don't even have the Braum ultimate now. That's a big disengaging tool down. And it's just going to result with them losing this second dragon of the map. They will be able to pick a tower up in the top side, but Fatikan should just be able to answer out bot side. So net gain still in Riddle's favor.
And honestly, these were the expectations we had for Riddle after game one. We're like, you had a pretty good draft, you had a pretty good early game, you pushed your advantages earlier on, but then you couldn't translate because you got choked out macroed by XL. Right now, Riddle are actually playing the map. They're using very well what you said. They're burning off ultimates from the side of XL, then they're moving their division deep, then they convert this into an objective. Slowq is playing this mid lane so well, but the tower's down.
He's lit at the Vanguard's edge. He's looking to jump in, but he's going to get pulled back. Here we go. The fight is on. Everybody is burning everything. MNES trying to jump away with that Spirit Rush. Cry is able to survive. Dan in the middle of everyone, but he's getting cooked by MC. Trades out 1-for-1, however. Jungler for jungler. MNES has got the Foxfire movement speed, but Fatikan aims true and finds his second kill.
They managed to trade 2-1, but they get the mid lane tower for the set of XL, and that is so important. Didn't have the flash, did not have the flash available to stop that TP, and honestly, Zamulek, he should type in the old chat right now, calculated.
Oh, that was the squeakiest bum moment I've ever seen. Let's see this fight again.
So, a little bit questionable positioning from MC because he walks a little bit too far forward, and there's a bunch of taunts thrown right there. Eminence's taunt lands onto MC. Dan is also diving. So you give a 700 gold shutdown to a Hecarim that has definitely been struggling in this particular game. And if he gets beefy enough, it's really hard with the carries that you do have in your team right now to take a Hecarim down. So all in all, I think it was a pretty worth trade from the side of XL. They take mid lane tier 1, they can move their vision further deep into the jungle, and if you look on the bot side of the map, that's exactly what Kikis and Dan are doing. Dan took that shutdown, grabbed a bunch more items into his kit, mostly armor related, and then with Kikis they moved the vision down further in because this is the side that Christ is going to be split pushing for himself. So they're keeping the side lane pressure alive by warding down, giving vision to Christ, allowing him to play safe, whilst Riddle is playing towards the other side of the map, and Eminence is respecting that because he definitely doesn't want to ruin his KDA anymore.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's already kind of ruined, let's be real. 0-4-1 on the Ahri.
Struggling, let's say.
Yes, definitely struggling a little bit there. But like you said, you know, Dan getting that kill's massive for them. Someone needs to pick up the Eye of the Herald. Hello, there we go. Do you see it? MC's going to pick that one up. I'm assuming that's going to go down in the mid wave and open up the map a lot more for Riddle, as realistically, taking that tower down just really just gives him so much pressure. And now we're on the Infernal map. Obviously, there's less bushes, there's less walls, there's a lot of places you can kind of find good flanks on, and that's going to be wonderful for MC.
See, I beg to differ.
Okay.
I do really like the mountain map when you have to play against Rumble because it makes the rift much slimmer, which means your equalizer is much more likely to hit. I actually favor Ahri and Hecarim in this open map because they have so many different angles that they can flank you from.
Yeah.
Just because these small rocks sort of like block the vision that you might have with a ward, you can't have all the angles. So I really like your way of thinking because you like bigger map. MC can throw down the...
Oh, what a hook! Cries, you are doomed. Kikis sends out a desperation ult to try and save his top laner.
Now they can pop down the Rift Herald right here. There's only 2 members. They have to respect that it's a 4 versus 2. And definitely the bot lane from XL does not want to get dived right here. So they will respect. Rift Herald will go down. If I was Riddle right here, I would keep pushing. There's an entire wave pushing with you. The dragon is still not up. But they have to respect Hecarim. They will push. They have the TP onto Kekt. If they get engaged upon it, maybe it's going to be pulled here.
They're looking for it. Here we go. The charge lands. 3 people knocked up for the moment. They've got the fear. They got the lockdown. They got the damage. And that is going to be the kill. The Vanguard's edge is huge. And Slowq just looking to jump through everyone. But he's going to burn down to the ignite. MNES dodging everything. Eating a charm as well. Kekt is eating so much damage. MNES just needs one last dash. Gets the reset. Another dash available to him. Foxfire's on. Nukes finds the hook. But MNES will continue to chase, continue to charge. Triple kill to MNES. KDA has been fixed, just like that.
Ooh, and XL managed to turn turn a 4 versus 5 situation around. And it's all up to Dan finding the backlight dive, disrupting the 4-man wall that Riddle tried to create. 5-man wall with the addition of Kex running in, but massive ultimates were not up and available. The Aurelia ultimate, the Rumble ultimate, Kex ultimate onto the Shen, they were not available, and this has been what's been creating the distance between Riddle members and Excel members. So you can see Dan right here get slow Q into the entirety of the team. Zamulek is able to get Qs off. MNS has beautiful chained spells right here towards the back line, and then Kex oversteps. He gets taunted, and this is where the bad news start happening, because once Ari gets 1 kill, VR gets 1 more charge, which means he will continuously be moving forward. She gets another one right here onto Nukes, which means that she can move forward again. But Fadit-san, thankfully, is safe from that because Eminence had just used his charm, but there's more.
Back into the action. Nukes is nuked. As JDXL able to pick the kill up. The curtain wasn't called, but the you find a little bit actually. Slowkey trying to find the lockdown. He's going to take a lot of damage. Mness actually misses out on the charm as he's dashing away, and actually they find the turnaround. Kex finds a massive ultimate. Slowkey is popping off, baby! They found themselves a shot into Dan. One final one will be enough as MC finds the kill. XL, we just flipped this script once around. What the hell was that? Slowkey just refused to die.
That wasn't a flip of a script, that was a flip of a fight, because you definitely do not want to be moving that far into the jungle versus all this AoE damage coming in from the Rumble, the Jhin, the Aurelia with ultimate. Is just so dangerous. And Riddle have run Excel down. They don't care about the dragon. They'll take it anyway, but they don't care about the dragon because when Baron is on the map, that means seeds, that means towers, that means one step closer to Excel's Nexus to equalize the series.
How can XL even try and contest if they're bolting out of the base right now to try and get close?
I can tell you.
Zamulek doesn't have summoner spells, so he can't step up without losing his life. They see them in the pit, and they're just going to have to call it there. Although Kreis is looking for this. He finds the hook shot.
Equalizer is perfect there. You cannot engage.
Oh, Nukes takes a lot of damage, but not enough to go down. And the traps from the Jhin are just too oppressive as Kreis continues the chase. Looking now to find Kex. Gets the slow off into a couple of members. Jumps in with a Hextech ultimatum. He's trying to force a fight on his turns. There's the charge over the wall. They find one as Mness is going to jump in. Zamulek finds the kill just like that. And everybody gets knocked up. They lose Kex, but that's not the end of the world. Woo! That was a lot of damage. MNS actually looking at chase. He's still got a couple more charges. Finds the charm.
It's a 2 versus 3. I don't know if you want to necessarily take that because mid lane has a beautiful wave that Excel can take advantage of and push the mid lane tier 2. So that was a really good chase right there. They dodged the equalizer, which is that big spell you definitely want to dodge, especially when you're playing in a very closed up spot, which is where Excel was chasing Riddle to. They dodge the equalizer and then they're able to close out. But right here again, Nukes, he's trying to get some vision down. Of course, he has Riddle right behind him, but he gets instantly destroyed. Now, where the problem happens is that Hecarim has no ultimate, which means he cannot necessarily find the backline, and Slowkey on that Aurelia survives so much due to Shen also coming in and putting down the damage. Finds Eminence, who doesn't have any more charges on the ultimate, and we have all seen Aurelia get 1 kill and then snowballing that further and further. Conqueror starts working, her passive starts working, Blade the Ruin King lifesteal starts working and coming in, so suddenly a 1% HP Aurelia turns out to be an 80% HP Aurelia after 1 kill.
Really, really scary stuff. Obviously, has the Gore Drinker as well, so even more sustain, which you don't really think about. Does come in there as Mness trying to clear out this wave. I believe mid-tier 1 fell in that replay for the side of XL. But I think that's all they've really been able to gain so far with this Baron.
I just like how Riddle actually are grouping up as 4 members due to the fact that all of their carries are so squishy, and they need nukes in the front line because whoever gets caught needs to get instantly Shen ulted. Now, what Riddle need to do is actually get their waves crushed in at the same time. They need to synchronize their waves so they crush at the same time. So even if one side of the map gets chased away from the tower, the other side of the map can actually punish. Now, the problem is that Shen doesn't have Baron buff, so he doesn't have the quickest
they just find their opening. The curtain call comes down. The fear lands onto multiple members. Kickers flashes away. One last curtain call might be enough, but Slowkey's going to flash into the middle of absolutely everyone, but he's pinned in place. He's locked down. The hook connects, and they're trying to find Dan. Dan will fall as in comes the teleport. Cries is on his lonesome, trying to find a little bit more arrow damage off as they're taking tower shot after tower shots. Cries! What a flash into the precision protocol. He's trying to now find his way out. Has that hook shot coming up momentarily, but Fatty Khan will finish him up. Another arrow by Zamulek is huge as Slowkey is bleeding down. Riddle are able to find the tower and find the kills.
Oof. So, let's talk about this one more time. Zamulek right there does not have the Gale Force. Try and get there. He does have the Eclipse. He's going more for the poke and kill build. We're used to seeing him play the press the attack, the lethal tempo onto the Varus. This time it's going to be more of the lethality to reach from far away. But again, this fight, I felt like it was all Riddle-sided until Cries showed up. And again, beautiful placement of the equalizer right there. Stops everyone from crossing to their tower. If you want to cross to go underneath the tower, you have to step through the carpet, which means slow, which means a bunch of damage. And they keep chasing. They don't stop because they have enough damage to burn through everyone. They've got 5 members right there. Now, the problem is MC's tanking the tower. MC's tanking the tower, and he's going to get absolutely demolished by Camille's Q, which is more like a Cho'Gath R at this point. Cries is going to die, but all in all Excel lose from this Baron is that bot lane tower. From that push, sorry, is that bot lane tower.
But this to me seems like this is what Riddle were trying to do in game 1. This was the picks and the fights they were trying to start on their terms. But this time they got a team that enables it. But now we can't even go to a single break as they're able to find a kill just like that. Cries takes down Nukes. MC does use a stopwatch. MNES finds so much damage with the Orb of Deception. And it looks like they are just trying to find a little bit more poke. The arrow could be big. Fatty Khan able to dodge away as MNES continuing to try and thread that orb onto Fatty Khan. The true damage part do so much damage.
And that's, again, so well played. That's so 180 from game number 1. You see Excel doing the Dragon. You know what Riddle says? Screw that. We're going to push. We have a wave pushing top side of the map because of Kex. We've got a wave pushing in the mid lane because of us. Faditon right there is the recipient of a very bad pop of the plant right there. But again, they take the top lane side of the map. They're replying with macro, and they're going to try to get something for it. They will not.
Oh, they're going to look for it, though. Cries is taking a lot of damage in response. The Charm's going to work a charm, and Zamulek with a piercing arrow picks up the kill. They're looking for Fatty Khan, who flashes over the wall, but Slowkey forces the stopwatch out. Slowkey in place for the moment, finds himself the Vanguard's edge, behind a bit of space as he jumps in. He finds one. The curtain call's doing work. Slowkey just about able to survive as Dan moving out with a sliver of health. These fights are getting so scrappy. They're getting so close trouble.
Oh my god, I love the composition from Riddle. I love it so much because you've got so much range and so much damage from range with the carpet going down and with the curtain call being open that it provides so much room for the Aurelia and the Shen to play around these fights. They can dash wherever they want because XL has to dodge carpets, they have to dodge bullets coming in from Fatichan, they have to dodge so many things whilst also fighting face to face with a Shen and an Aurelia. I'm just falling absolutely in love every time Riddle pull out the Rumble. You know that this is going to happen, and it's been working wonders for them. And right now they're going for Baron number 2.
Yes, they are. Dan might look for that charge. He's got the ghost. He dodges out on the hook, but he can't get in time. Are they going to look for the fight, or are Riddle going to be able to get away with this one? I don't think they are, because in comes the teleport. Cries needs to find a brilliant hook shot into a brilliant pick. Gets the stuff into a couple of MNES. MNES tries to get over. They don't land the charm, but MNES is almost going to be going down. Nukes chunked out low. MNES jumps over the wall, looks for a little bit of additional damage. They find it. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Looks like that might be all she wrote, though. Everybody were blinking health bars.
Kex was looking for the taunt right there because he has the flash available, but the more you delay the backs from XL, look at the bottom of the map, it's being pinged. These minions are taking down that inhibitor tower on the bot side of the map, so the more you delay XL from back into their base, the more time these minions get face to face with that tower. And yet again, Riddle, beautiful trigger on the map. They go straight for the Baron. XL tried to reply. Yes, they kill one like they did before. This time it's going to be Nukes, but you don't care. The fact that Shen this time has the Baron buff available, that allows Riddle to move around the map as a 4-man unit, allow Kex on the other side of the map. Now he has the Baron up minions with his side as well, so you can have a 2-lane pressure point.
Absolutely. Wow.
Some time to breathe?
I honestly... I was a little bit lost there because every time you've done breaking down a fight, another fight's instantly happened. So this is like the first time we've had a moment to breathe. I got a little confused on what we do in those moments, but
you shout usually.
I shout. It'll be coming. Don't worry. These Riddle are definitely looking for more action in this game, and it's been working out for them. They've built themselves a 5,000 gold lead. They've got themselves 3 dragons. They've had 2 barons, and they are looking towards getting a little bit of control around this bot side of the map because in 1 minute 40, we're going to have that infernal soul spawning up for them. They gave up the last dragon for a bit of a pressure play. This time,
Dan is looking in the mid lane because there are no slow keys on the bot side of the map. Teleports are gonna need to be pulled here.
There's the charge. They don't land on the Fatican. The Fatican's untouched. The equalizer is beautiful. Cooking for everyone. There's the charm. M&S is gonna go down just like that. And Dan, next up on the menu, Kikis will not eat the 4-shot as he dodges away, but Slowq finds himself the Vanguard's edge. Zamulek trying to flash over the wall, but can't get it. And just like that, riddled by their openings, they don't need soul. They find the kills. They will find this game. It's gonna have to be a bloody miracle from Cries.
It's over. I don't think Cries can 1v5 at this point, even with his ultimate available, even with his fast available. He's gonna have to find something. He's gonna have to find a miracle. He's gonna have to pray to Rito for the League of Legends gods to come down and help him right now, because this
16
is
seconds.
2.5 waves that are all burned up. All the mirrors are burned up. 5 members of Riddle all burned up, and Riddle destroy my prediction.
They do. It's 1 apiece here, as there's no hero play to be made by Cries. 25 kills to 13. Riddle just put on a team fighting master.